the revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.
Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and our Kings, and we're here with heavyweight champion of the world, Fabio Wardley. I think this is the first one we've done since you've become champion.
Yeah, I think it is actually.
Regan's taken the reins. Yeah?
I think it is. You palm me off now. You're too big time. Even though I'm big time, but you still palm me off. You don't even do interviews with me no more.
I saw you come in. I just went to Regan.
Nah, you fucking deal with him, mate. He's a knobhead.
I can't deal with it.
I'm sick of him, mate. Sick of him.
In all seriousness, how have things been for you since becoming world champion? I think when we often see fighters get elevated, there's a lot of stigma attached to how they get it, but I don't think you can really be denied the achievement, because that fight, if the belt had been given up beforehand, would have been for the world title. And Joseph Parker's a former world champion, and you just beat someone accomplished in just this soon. So how do you feel, champ?
Yeah, no, I feel pretty good. It's nice sitting at the top table, being at the top of the tree. It's a nice little feeling. Got a little bop in my step when I walk. It's nice.
I've seen that bop, yeah. Yeah. You know, we're here for the IBA, but yeah, Fabio Wardley walks in the room. But no, look, obviously, congratulations. I know it meant a lot to you. Family as well. I know you're a new dad. How are you taking to that as well? Because it's completely different.
Yeah, it's one thing. It's very fucking different.
Are you doing all the feeds and all that kind of stuff?
I'm not doing the feeds. Daytime ones at least. I'm not doing the night times. My missus breastfeeds, so I can't help. What do you want me to do? Be there for moral support. What can I do?
You might have been getting them bottle feeding in the night. I'm just asking the question.
Nah, she's a champ, to be fair. She's managed that, taking the reins, looked after it all. Obviously, especially when I'm in camp training and things like that, she's running the household and looking after the babe. So yeah, no, I'm just enjoying the fun bits of it. It's class, honestly. Like from week to week, them changing and doing something different and learning, and it's just mad, mate, mad.
When you box, obviously, I know you got into it for yourself to see where it goes. Everyone knows your story, so we don't even need to go about that again anymore. But is it for a bit of something different now? Is it like, you know, when you have the child, it's like, you know what, I want to see me fight. I want to put food on the table for you. Has your mindset completely changed? Because you've been world heavyweight champion. You're world heavyweight champion now. You're in the history books. You're now in that stage of your career where you'll make the most money. But because of your child now, is that lit something different in you?
Yeah. Do you know what it was? In a weird way, I was always kind of like, that's what I was already doing it for anyway. Even without having a babe already or having a little one, like I was already like, I'm doing this because I will have a family one day and I want to have a good life and I want to provide for them and look after the people around me, not just my child, my friends, my family, whoever else. So that was always at the forefront of my brain. But now it's more like, after I get the win and I succeed and do well, the satisfaction is like less, I don't know, egotistical in a sense. It's not like, oh, I'm so great. It's like, oh, look what I'm able to do for everyone else around me. But there is a little bit of I'm so great in there as well. Don't worry. I saw you rolling your eyes.
You know what? Nah, we always mess around. But in terms of what could be next for you, and also I've got to touch on this because people will ask, I don't know if anyone's asked you, what did you make of, you said, the thing with Joseph Parker and what came out about it? He's put a statement out there and saying, look, he's dealing with it, but I suppose when you win, it's a bit different. If you'd have come off on the other end of that, it may have I don't know, may have aggravated. It might still do. Look,
it might have stung a bit more the other way around. But ultimately, all's well that ends well. And for him, look, I'm going to sit back, let him go through his process. No point jumping down his throat or anyone else's yet before we know the full details and the full information has been laid out for everyone to make their own judgment with. Because sometimes in these scenarios, we have been seeing that they've come back around and it has been an instant contamination or one way or the other, or something's gone awry. So for now, I'm just going to let that process play out, and then we'll see where we land in a few weeks, months, whatever, when it all comes out.
Well, let's see where you land next. So that's what everyone's asking. Frank Warren teased an announcement the other day, and sorry. Who's that?
I think someone's robbing my house, mate.
Prince of Dubai on the phone. Come on.
Is that the alarm's going on?
Yeah.
What have you forgot to do that you've set yourself an alarm for?
No, my house is alarmed, so I think someone's robbing my house. Or it's my mother-in-law putting up the Christmas tree. It's one or the other.
I know it's a bad time, but if it is getting robbed, can you put it to the camera so we can... No, I'm joking.
Don't worry, it's my mother-in-law just laying up some decorations.
Oh, that's fine. Happy days. Yeah, look, what's what's next for you? What do you think comes next?
I'll be honest, I haven't sat down with the team or spoke to anyone or made any plans. It was a funny one because I did a complete kind of like I'm out thing when after I won, got elevated and stuff. I was actually away on holiday and whatever else, and I just said, look, boys, I'm on D&D for the foreseeable. Like I'm out of the game. Like leave me alone for a bit. I'm chilling out. Like
Dubai, come on, watch me work.
Not even that. I've been out here training the whole time I've been out here as well. So it's nothing like crazy. But I've just been like, you know what? I'm just sitting down for a bit, having some time with the family. Like 2 fights were pretty quick back to back as well. Like between camps for me, there was only about 6-7 weeks between. Yeah. Like the Justice Hooney fight, how crazy that was, how big it was, Ipswich Town, rah rah rah. I had a baby a week after the fight, and then I had about 6-7 weeks to just be a dad, and then it was like right back to work, and I was a bit like whirlwind. So then I thought, right, okay, the rest of the year I'm just kind of taking off. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to sit down with them, whatever. But I'm back. I'll be back next week, so I'll be catching up with them.
Can I ask you, were you disappointed in maybe the Alexander Usyk situation with the dropping of the belt? Because I know after that fight you were like, look, Usyk, look, why not? At the end of the day, that you put yourself in that position. That's who you wanted. He said he wanted to now fight a Deontay Wilder, who's here this week. I believe you've met with him. Had your picture. Everyone uses the same catchphrase for you, so you can be perfect for
yeah.
You only have to be for 10 seconds, but. Were you a bit gutted that Usyk chose to go down that road? You wanted to crack it?
Yeah, a little bit. Because, again, well, for a large reason. One, because me and the team were talking to Usyk before the Parker fight. I think Parker was having his own conversations as well, so he was speaking to the pair of us. I know he came out beforehand and said, look, he's watching the winner, he's happy to take on the winner as well. So we were even having conversations with him to kind of get that nailed down, that when we come through and win the fight, that's already done and that's already ticked off. So all those things are kind of being set up, and then for him to come out however many weeks later and go, yeah, no, I'm just going to let the belt go and I'm going to go fight Wilder is a bit of a left curve, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, boxing never goes in a straight line, so look, I've just got to keep moving, keep on my own path, and I'll find him one day.
What do you make of that fight between Usyk and Wilder if it happens? I was surprised, but then I look at it and go, he's fought nearly everyone in the era. Wilder's part of the era, and when it was part of the era and his pomp, he was very dangerous. I mean, he still is. Look, you turn it on one night, like you say, for a few seconds, and he might look unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, what do you make of it?
Yeah, look, it is that. I think. Look, I understand why Usyk's doing it. I agree. I can understand all of that, but for me, even innocently as a boxing fan, none of us were looking and going, oh, I'll be good for Usyk next, Deontay Wilder. And that's not to take anything away from Wilder. It's just I think there was other fights out there we were looking at thinking, oh, that could be a bit spicy. Mm-hmm. Me, Caballero, some other guys like they're mixing around and things. So we kind of thought like, good. We kind of thought like, oh yeah, he'll pick one of those ones. But yeah, him taking a bit of a left turn kind of think threw everyone off a bit.
Is there anyone else out there you look at, or are you not even bothered? Do you know when you look at the list, the names are endless kind of thing? I see all the fighters out there. If Wilder's tied up, look, who else on that list is the one where you go, yeah, look, we'll roll it with that? Because for you now you've reached that target. I'm sure it's unifications, if not it's the biggest fight, most money. Like, what can we do?
It's the biggest fights out there, and for me, those two would be AJ or Fury. They're the two biggest guys around at the moment. They're the other two big guys. So. I've seen a little spark come up in your head. What have you got?
No. So let me throw it to you. So last night the Ring put out there that Joshua and Fury.
I saw, yeah.
But they say they're going to have fights in the interim. Now I can't imagine they're going to go. I'll tell you what, we'll take Fabio.
I'll warm up with a little Fabio Wardley.
We'll get a world title belt in between. So, no, with all due respect, I can't see it. They're trying to make this move. So. But is that something that you said? No, look, go and ask the question anyway. Go and see if either want to do it anyway, because I'm willing. Would you be willing to do that and say, look, when will you be ready for? February, March?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, if you're free February, March.
Who are you? AJ's manager? Are you Fury's manager?
They want fights. You want fights. I'm trying to make you some money.
Look, if they want one on the interim, and if they want to tick over with a little Fabio Wardley fight, it's no bother by me. It's no bother. I don't mind it at all.
Is it almost one of them where if you don't get them, will you be a bit gutted that you don't get to do like a proper fight, one of them two? Because everyone's saying that'll be them and they'll sail off into the sunset. Which, look, they could do now. I think either of them if they wanted. But is it one of them where you're like, it'd be nice to get them on?
Yeah, look, it would be nice. But also, look, there are other massive fights out there. Like the Dubois fight is a big one. Like me and him going in the ring, and like 2 big UK heavyweights that sells itself. So there's other fights out there once you start looking through the list and start picking out some names. But yeah, those 2 would be the obvious 2.
Have you had any contact with Dubois and his team about coming back? Because I'm sure they want obviously to get back in contention and want a world heavyweight title as well. So I'm sure they'll look and go, it's a fight that can be made. I think it's brilliant on paper when you look at it as well from the outside. So is there any talks?
No, we haven't spoken to him. I haven't spoken to their team at all. Why are you smiling
on the beach, Dubai.
I'm just, mate, am I allowed a day off? But look, we haven't. But I think has he had a comeback win yet or not?
Daniel.
Not yet. So yeah, look, maybe he'll take over early part of the year as well, have a little win, find winning ways again, and then we can figure something out in the summer or something like that. Maybe, who knows? But like I say, there is a lot of big fights around. It's just seeing how the landscape falls a bit and who dictates what.
Let me ask this quickly. Next week, Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. I'm assuming you'll be watching it, whether it's not live for the day after. What do you make of it as a whole? As a Samir Khan, and he said, respect to Jake Paul, big balls, but in his own words, I'm not misquoting, are you taking the piss? Now, he's been training to be a professional boxer. He's been doing it for 4 or 5 years at Puerto Rico. So he's out there training, and there's a difference though from going from a Tommy Fury to another fighter to, in my opinion, a top 10 elite heavyweight in Anthony Joshua. What's your take on it? Is he mad for doing this?
Yeah, of course he's mad. Like, the difference is like, and the funny thing is, people are like kind of putting me in a comparison with Jake Paul with like, oh well, he started late, you started late, like, and I'm like, yeah, but
yeah, go on.
It's a bit different. Like, I grafted for like 10 years and I've only just got somewhere, and he's had like 3-4 monumental fights already. So if you'd got there by merit or by work ethic or by skill or whatever else, I think people would respect it a bit more. But obviously, because of his star power, whatever you want to call it, he's able to jump the queue. And I get it. Look, use the tools that you've got. Like if I had millions of followers or whatever I had, and I could do that to get an AJ fight quicker, or Usyk fight, whatever, I would. Like, we're all playing a game here. I get it, but because he hasn't earned it in the right way, that's why everyone's turning their nose up at it a bit. He's massively jumped the queue. We understand that it's quite a large money play, but look, I'm not adverse to money like anyone else, so earn it, like, get your money, I get it. But yeah, I think more so the onus is on AJ, really, of like him wanting to come back and like he changed teams, moved with Usyk and things like that. So then you would think he would take a more kind of competitive fight.
Carl Froch said, and the title of his thing saying, look, AJ's career's over, he's going for money. But I look at that, and you can look at it 2 ways. Not anyone cares what I think. You go, well, even if it was or it wasn't, you'd probably still take it anyway, because it's like 50 odd million. But do you look at it like that at all? What do you make of them comments? Do you think it is? Well, will we find out?
Well, yeah, look, we're going to find out one way or another. But if he is just running for the money, has he not deserved it? Has he not earned it? He's done a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
He's had like a lot
for everyone.
That's what I mean. Like, he's laid the groundwork for everyone. So yeah, look, cool, go earn your money. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. But you just have to understand that people are going to have something to say about it. That's all, and they're going to have a certain opinion and think maybe you should have done it a different way. But yeah, look, go get the money.
If this goes past 2 rounds, I'm not asking you to say, do you think there's a script, but do you think there's something wrong? Because I don't say that with any disrespect to Jake. I say it with the utmost respect I have for Anthony and his
skills. Yeah.
And, because let's be honest, anyone in your division, top 10, maybe not you because we haven't seen it yet, but everyone gets knocked out. It happens, doesn't it? Like,
look,
you're all big
the
punches.
game's the game. It's like, mate, my time's coming sooner or later. Don't worry. Like, it's like,
don't say that.
Mate, like, it's a fate you have to accept in this sport. It's no bother whatsoever. But yeah, I think if he doesn't get rid of him in a round or so, again, more questions will be asked. And what's this nutcase doing? He's a madman. Oh Christ!
Yeah, that's Derek Chisora live in Living Fresh.
What a boy!
He's wanting a fight.
Hey,
he's wanting a fight.
It's all right. We can don't start because you'll kick him off. If you put the idea in his head, he'll start throwing tables and chairs now.
if they weren't there, I'm just saying this, it's Chizora's Angels. If they weren't there talking with IFL, I think I'd have brought him in. But you're probably about to get brought in.
No, I'm not. I'm darting over there.
Look, I'll let you get your coffee. Look, it's been good seeing you. And
You too, man.
And fingers crossed we get another big fight, big atmosphere, and see you do your thing again.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
The revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.